10 brutal truths you must accept to grow in life. Most people never do. Let's get one thing straight. Growth isn't gentle. It doesn't come wrapped in comfort or convenience. It doesn't knock politely at your door. Growth wrecks your routine. It confronts your lies. It makes you bleed, lose, sacrifice. And that's why most people never grow. But you're still here. That means a part of you is tired of the easy life that leads nowhere. This isn't just another motivational message, it's a wake-up call. The brutal truths in this message will sting. They'll challenge everything you believe about success, comfort, and even yourself. But if you stay until the end, you'll walk away not just with motivation, but with the mindset needed to transform your life. If you can handle these 10 brutal truths, you'll do what most people never do. You'll grow. Let's begin. Most people say they want to grow. They say they want to become successful, disciplined, impactful, and wise. They dream of being better, of rising above their current limitations, and of achieving something meaningful. But what they don't realize is that growth doesn't happen in comfort. It never has, and it never will. Growth is violent, it's painful, it's a war. And unless you're ready to fight, you're not ready to grow. When people imagine personal development, they often picture motivational quotes, new habits, maybe waking up earlier or reading more books. But that's not where the real transformation happens. The real change, the kind that rewires your thinking, breaks lifelong patterns, and creates unshakable character, only happens in the fire. Growth demands a fight against everything that has held you back. Your laziness, your procrastination, your need for approval, your addiction to comfort, your fear of failure, your fear of judgment, your excuses, your old identity, and the version of you that would rather sleep in than show up. Growth requires you to go to war with yourself. And most people are simply too afraid to lose the parts of themselves that need to die. Comfort zones feel good, but they are spiritual prisons. They trap your potential, suffocate your dreams, and wrap you in the illusion that safety equals success. But safety is the enemy of greatness. You cannot become powerful, respected, mentally sharp, emotionally strong, or spiritually alive while hiding behind ease. Comfort has never built a legacy. It's never forged a leader. It's never produced wisdom. In fact, the more you chase comfort, the further you drift from your purpose. Think about it. Growth shows up in the tension. It's in the moment you want to quit, but you choose to stay. It's in the hard conversations you don't want to have, but know you need to. It's in the early mornings when your body says sleep, but your vision says move. It's in the rejection that breaks your heart, but also strengthens your resilience. It's in the failures that teach you more than success ever could. Every time you step into discomfort intentionally, you're stepping into your next level. This is why so many people stay stuck. They confuse convenience with destiny. They wait for growth to feel good before they commit. But growth will never feel good at the start. It will feel like resistance. It will feel like breaking. It will feel like loss. But that's the process. You have to let the old you die so that the new you can live. And that death isn't painless, it's brutal. You will lose friends, you will lose habits. You will lose admiration from those who only liked the smaller, quieter, more agreeable version of you. You will lose the applause of average people when you stop doing average things. You will be misunderstood, you will be lonely, you will cry, you will doubt yourself. But every single loss makes room for something greater. The reason why growth is a battle zone is because every step forward forces you to kill something within you. Pride, ego, insecurity, dependency. complacency, and anything that doesn't serve your higher purpose. That's why the battlefield of growth is not outside of you, it's inside. It's in your decisions, your thoughts, your priorities, your boundaries. You don't become great by accident. You don't wake up one day and find yourself in your highest form. You have to fight for it. You have to sweat for it. You have to bleed for it. No one grows by staying safe. If your life feels too comfortable, too predictable, too easy, don't take pride in that. It means you're not being stretched. It means you're not in the fight. It means you're settling. And the longer you stay there, the harder it will be to get out. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. Are you really ready to grow? Because if you are, then prepare for war. Not with the world, but with the version of yourself that's been lying to you. The one that says later. The one that says you're not ready. The one that says it's too hard. That voice is the enemy of your destiny. The truth is the most powerful force in your life, but it's also the most avoided. Not because it's hidden, but because it's uncomfortable. Most people don't grow, not because they don't have access to the truth, but because they refuse to face it. They spend their lives avoiding, sugarcoating, rationalizing, or running from what's real. They choose comfort over clarity, illusion over instruction, and emotion over logic. But here's the brutal reality. Truth doesn't adjust itself to make you feel better. It stands still, and it waits for you to grow up and face it. We live in a world that's obsessed with feelings. People want to be told they're okay just as they are. They want to be affirmed, not corrected. They want reassurance, not rebuke. But truth doesn't operate that way. Truth doesn't care if it hurts your pride, offends your ego, or shatters your comfort. Truth is not your therapist. It's not your friend. It's not your cheerleader. Truth is a mirror, and it will show you what you look like whether you like it or not. And that's why most people avoid it. Because the truth exposes, it reveals the real reason you're stuck. It strips away your excuses. It makes you look in the mirror and admit what you've been pretending not to see. It tells you that you're lazy, not tired. It tells you that you're emotionally reactive, not misunderstood. The truth tells you that you're not where you want to be because of choices you made, not circumstances you couldn't control. That kind of honesty isn't comfortable. It's not soft, it's not gentle, but it's necessary. Because only truth can break chains. Only truth can destroy delusion. Only truth can lead to real, lasting change. Your feelings might keep you warm, but they won't make you wise. If you want to grow, you have to be willing to let truth punch you in the face. The truth doesn't whisper. It doesn't wait for you to be ready. It simply is. It stands firm while your emotions go up and down. It doesn't apologize. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't compromise. So when your life is not where you want it to be, you don't need a new excuse. You need to ask yourself what truth you've been avoiding. Maybe the truth is that your habits are weak. Maybe the truth is that you've settled for comfort and called it peace. Maybe the truth is that you've surrounded yourself with people who enable your mediocrity. Maybe the truth is that you keep waiting for motivation when you should be building discipline. Maybe the truth is that you're afraid to start, not because you're not ready, but because deep down, you know you're capable, and that scares you more than failure. The truth will not flatter you. It won't adjust itself to your mood. It won't soften its edge to keep you from crying. But if you're courageous enough to embrace it, it will transform your life. Because the truth is the starting point of all progress. You cannot grow if you're lying to yourself. You cannot improve if you're protecting your feelings instead of your future. You cannot succeed if you're more committed to feeling good than being good. Truth is the scalpel that cuts out what's killing you. It's not painless, but it's healing. The lie will comfort you while it kills you slowly. The truth will hurt you so it can save you. That's the difference. And you have to decide, do you want to feel good temporarily, or do you want to live in freedom permanently? Real growth begins the moment you stop asking, how do I feel about this, and start asking, what's the truth about this? That shift in mindset will change your entire trajectory. Because growth is not about feeling better. It's about getting better. And getting better starts with the truth. So remember this. The truth doesn't care about your feelings, but it will change your life if you let it. Choose truth, even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts. That pain, it's the beginning of your power. It's easy to become trapped by the story of your past. Every failure, every setback, every bad decision can loom over you like a shadow, convincing you that you're destined to repeat your mistakes. People often allow their past to dictate their present and in turn shape their future. They think that because they've struggled before, they'll always struggle. They believe that because they failed once, they're doomed to fail again. But here's the truth. Your past doesn't have to define your future unless you let it. Most people live in the prison of their past. They use their history as a crutch, a reason to stay small, a reason to avoid change. They say, I'm not good enough because I wasn't good enough before. Or I'm not strong enough because I've never been strong enough. They get stuck in a loop of regret and self-doubt, as if every mistake they've made is a sentence they must serve for the rest of their lives. But your past isn't a prophecy. It's not a chain that binds you to failure. It's not a guarantee of future performance. The only thing that matters now is the decision you make in this moment. Every second you breathe, you have the power to choose. You have the ability to rewrite your narrative, to redefine who you are, and to shape the person you will become. Your future isn't determined by the weight of your past. It's determined by your willingness to act, to learn, and to grow. People often look at their history and think they're stuck with the same outcome. They fail to see the infinite possibilities before them because they're too focused on what they've already done wrong. But here's the reality. You can only be defined by the decisions you make today. Your decisions are what will create your destiny. Not your past mistakes, not your old identity. Your future is formed by the small choices you make each day. What you choose to believe about yourself, what you choose to pursue, who you choose to surround yourself with, and how you choose to respond to challenges. Think about it. How many successful people have you heard about who had a rough start? Who struggled, failed, or were judged for where they came from? Countless. The most remarkable success stories are often about people who overcame incredible odds. People who weren't shaped by their circumstances, but by the resolve to create a different reality. Their power came not from the fact that they were born into hardship, but that they chose not to remain there. They didn't let the failure of yesterday stop the potential of today. They didn't let the wounds of their past stop them from making better decisions in the present. They understood that each new day is an opportunity to make a different choice, and that is what shapes their future. Your past might be filled with regret, mistakes, and pain, but those things don't have to hold you hostage. You are not defined by what you have done wrong. You are defined by what you choose to do right from this point forward. Your future is being created right now by the decisions you make in this moment. Too many people spend their lives looking backward, replaying the same mistakes over and over again. They let their failures haunt them, as if failure is the final word. But failure is just a part of the process. It's not the end of the story. It's simply a chapter. And no chapter, no matter how painful, should ever be allowed to dictate the entire book. The power to change is always within your grasp. Each day is a blank page, and what you write on it will determine the future chapters of your life. Your past does not have the final say in your success. The decisions you make from this point forward are the ones that will define you. If you keep looking back at what went wrong, you'll miss the chance to focus on what can go right. The key to moving forward is learning from the past, but never letting it control your present or future. So let go of the idea that your past defines you. You are not a prisoner of your history. You are the architect of your future. The decisions you make today, how you act, how you think, how you choose to rise above the circumstances of yesterday, that's what will determine the rest of your life. Don't let the mistakes of the past have a say in the future you're building. Let your decisions today create the future you've always dreamed of. One of the most powerful yet painful truths about growth is that you cannot change anything in your life that you refuse to confront. So many people live in a state of denial, hiding from their problems, their mistakes, or even the potential they know they have within themselves. They want change, they want improvement, but they don't want to face the uncomfortable truths about who they are and what needs to be fixed. This is why many remain stuck for years, watching life pass them by, wondering why nothing ever changes. The answer is simple. You cannot transform what you are unwilling to confront. The human tendency is to avoid discomfort. We run from confrontation because it forces us to face things we'd rather not. We'd rather ignore the flaws in our habits, our mindsets, our relationships, or even our own behavior. We hide behind distractions, justifications, or even lies that tell us everything is fine. But here's the problem with that. Until you face the reality of where you are, honestly face it with no excuses or rationalizations, you will never be able to move forward. This isn't just about acknowledging your problems. It's about confronting them with the courage to make changes. Many people see their shortcomings or areas of struggle, but they choose to suppress or avoid them. They may try to mask their insecurities with temporary fixes, like material possessions, quick fixes, or even false bravado. But no matter how much you try to ignore them or pretend they don't exist, your problems will still be there, quietly sabotaging your. If you don't confront them head on, they'll continue to grow and become more entrenched, forming invisible chains that hold you back. Take a moment to think about your life right now. What are you avoiding? What parts of your life are you refusing to confront? Maybe it's an unhealthy relationship, an addiction, a bad habit, or even a lack of discipline. Maybe it's the fear of failure or the constant procrastination that stops you from pursuing your goals. Whatever it is, until you confront it, it will stay in your life, continuously holding you back. It's easy to convince yourself that avoiding the issue will somehow make it go away. But this is a lie we tell ourselves. Avoidance is not resolution. In fact, the longer you run from the truth, the harder it will be to confront it later. Procrastination, avoidance, and denial only add more weight to your burdens. They make the problem bigger, more complicated, and more painful. It's like carrying a heavy load while pretending it's not there. Eventually, that weight will break you down. But if you confront the weight and deal with it, the burden becomes lighter and more manageable. Think about the habits that have been sabotaging your success. Are you avoiding the truth that you lack consistency? Do you tell yourself that tomorrow is when you start taking action, when deep down you know that procrastination is your real enemy? If you don't confront your need for discipline, it will continue to control you. Or perhaps there's a toxic relationship that you keep ignoring. You know it's not good for your mental or emotional well-being, but you continue to stay in it, hoping it will improve on its own. The truth is, it won't change until you confront it. Another area people tend to avoid is their own personal weaknesses. We all have insecurities and vulnerabilities that make us feel inadequate or unworthy, but if we keep avoiding them, we'll never grow. Facing our weaknesses isn't about self-criticism, it's about self-awareness and growth. When you refuse to confront your fears or your self-doubt, you essentially give them permission to control your life. These fears won't disappear by themselves. They will continue to feed on your lack of action. The longer you refuse to face them, the more power they hold over you. The road to growth is not easy, but it's necessary. You can't grow into the person you want to be without confronting what's holding you back. Facing your weaknesses, fears, mistakes, and bad habits requires a level of humility and self-honesty that many people are not ready for. It's painful. It's uncomfortable. It's awkward. But it's also the key to transformation. Consider this. Every successful person who has ever made a significant change in their life had to confront something, whether it was a fear of failure, a bad habit, a toxic relationship, or a limiting belief about themselves. They didn't just wish their problems away. They took an honest look at their lives, acknowledged what wasn't working, and took action to change it. The key to breaking through any barrier is to first confront it. You see, change doesn't happen when we're in denial. It doesn't happen when we pretend everything is fine. Change only happens when we are brave enough to face what isn't working and take responsibility for it. The more you confront, the more you will discover about yourself and the stronger you will become. The pain you experience in confrontation is not something to fear, it's the growth you need. It's the fire that refines you. If you really want to change, then start by facing the truth. Ask yourself what you've been avoiding. Then take action to confront it. Whether it's your habits, your fears, your past mistakes, or your current mindset, confront it. Don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Embrace it. The moment you choose to confront your issues head on, you begin the process of real transformation. And that's the moment you truly begin to take control of your life. The small choices we make every day have a profound impact on the quality of our lives. Too many people believe that change happens with one big dramatic shift, that somehow their life will turn around in an instant if they make one grand gesture. But in reality, the truth is much simpler and far more powerful. You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. Change is not an event, it's a process. It happens incrementally, often in ways that are imperceptible at first. Most people wait for a life-altering event like a promotion, a move to a new city, or a major success to change the course of their life. They hope for the breakthrough, but they miss the fact that the breakthrough comes not in one giant leap, but in the compounded impact of small, consistent action. It's the daily decisions, the choices you make each morning, each afternoon, and each night that ultimately shape the life you lead. Think about your current routines. Do you spend your morning scrolling through your phone instead of investing in your growth? Do you hit the snooze button every day, telling yourself just 5 more minutes instead of getting up and being productive? Do you ignore your health and put off exercise for another day because you're too busy? These small habits, these seemingly inconsequential choices, are the ones that define your future. Over time, they accumulate, creating either a life of success or a life of stagnation. Most people drastically underestimate the power of their daily habits. They think that changing their life requires a major overhaul. But the truth is that you can begin transforming your life today by making small shifts in your daily actions. You may not see immediate results, but over time you'll begin to see the compound effect. Little by little, you'll notice that your daily habits are shaping your future. Take, for example, the habit of reading. If you committed to reading just 20 minutes a day, that's around 7,300 minutes a year, more than 121 hours. Over the course of a few years, you would have read dozens of books, each one adding knowledge, perspective, and insight to your life. It may seem like a small effort, but over time, it compounds. Now imagine applying this to other areas of your life. Fitness, finances, relationships, personal development. The choices you make today, no matter how small, are creating the reality of tomorrow. It's the same principle when it comes to productivity. Many people waste their time with distractions, allowing the hours to slip away. They think they need to find huge blocks of time to make a significant impact, but the truth is that small moments add up. You may only have 15 minutes here or there throughout the day, but how you use those 15 minutes can change the trajectory of your life. Maybe you spend it working on a personal project, learning a new skill, or practicing mindfulness. Over time, these brief moments of intentional focus will add up, and you'll be amazed at the progress you've made. The idea that your life will change only through drastic, overwhelming shifts is a misconception that keeps many people stuck. If you want to change your life, the first step is to look at what you're doing every day. Are your daily habits aligned with the life you want to live? If not, it's time to make a change. The habits you form today will be the foundation of your success tomorrow. It's important to remember that change isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's not about making massive leaps forward all at once, but about making steady progress over time. So many people get discouraged because they don't see immediate results, but lasting change takes time. If you commit to small positive habits each day, they will eventually compound into something much greater. The power of your future is built on the choices you make in the present. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is to assess your current daily routines. What are your non-negotiables? What do you do consistently, whether you feel like it or not? Those habits are shaping your life. If you want to live a life of purpose and success, then you need to intentionally build habits that align with your goals. If you want to be healthier, make exercise part of your daily routine. If you want to grow spiritually, dedicate time each day to meditation, prayer, or reflection. If you want to be more productive, create a system for managing your time that you follow every day. Start small, but start today. If you want to be financially successful, stop putting off saving and investing. If you want to have strong relationships, stop waiting for someone else to take the first step. The things you do every day, however small, are what will either propel you forward or keep you stuck. You cannot continue doing the same things and expect different results. Change begins with a decision to take action, no matter how small, and to commit to that action every single day. So ask yourself this: what is one thing you can change in your daily life that will have a lasting impact on your future? It could be something as simple as getting up 30 minutes earlier to start your day with focus, or committing to a new habit that aligns with your goals. Whatever it is, make the decision today to change something in your daily routine. Start small, but start now. When you change what you do daily, you change your life. And when you commit to small, consistent actions each day, you begin to build the future you've always dreamed of. Your daily habits are the blueprint for the life you want to create. There's a common misconception that success is reserved for a select group of people. Those born with a special talent, those who have the right connections, or those who possess some extraordinary trait that makes them stand out. But the truth is, success isn't a matter of being chosen. Success is about making a conscious choice. Success is for the few who choose it. It all starts with the decision to pursue success, regardless of your circumstances. Too many people get caught up in thinking that they don't have the right skills, the right background, or the right opportunities to succeed. They believe that success is something that just happens to certain people, as if it's out of their control. But the truth is, success is within your reach if you're willing to take control and choose it for yourself. The first step in this process is to understand that success doesn't come by accident. You don't wake up one day and suddenly find yourself at the top of the ladder without having taken the necessary steps to get there. Success is the result of deliberate, consistent choices that you make every day. And these choices are not just about what you do in the big moments. The little decisions you make each day, the habits you build, and the mindset you adopt all play a role in whether or not you will achieve success. What differentiates successful people from those who struggle is that successful people understand the power of choice. They understand that success isn't something that will be handed to them. It's something that they have to choose every day. It's about deciding to get up early when everyone else is still asleep, choosing to work hard when others are taking shortcuts, and committing to personal growth when the temptation to remain stagnant is overwhelming. Success is not a passive process. It's not about waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, or the right circumstances. It's about creating your own opportunities and making the decision to pursue them, no matter how difficult or uncertain the path may seem. When you choose success, you are choosing to take responsibility for your own life and your own future. You are choosing to take action and to keep moving forward, no matter what challenges you may face. One of the most important aspects of choosing success is understanding that it's not an overnight achievement. It's easy to look at someone who is successful and think that they got there quickly or effortlessly. But the truth is that success takes time, patience, and persistence. The people who achieve great things are the ones who stay committed to their goals, even when the going gets tough. They choose to keep going when others give up. They choose to keep learning, keep growing, and keep improving. The path to success is rarely linear. There will be setbacks, failures, and challenges along the way. But successful people don't see failure as the end of the road. They see it as a lesson, an opportunity to grow and improve. When they encounter obstacles, they don't give up. Instead, they ask themselves, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? They choose to take responsibility for their failures and use them as stepping stones to reach their goals. Success is also about choosing to be proactive rather than reactive. Too often, people wait for success to come to them. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect job, the perfect partner, or the perfect moment to take action. But success doesn't work that way. Success is about making the most of what you have and choosing to take action now. It's about creating momentum and taking steps, no matter how small, toward your goals every single day. Being proactive means not letting fear or doubt hold you back. Many people don't pursue their dreams because they're afraid of failing, of making mistakes, or of being judged. But successful people understand that fear is part of the journey. They choose to move forward despite the fear, knowing that every step they take brings them closer to their goal. They choose to trust in their abilities, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. At the core of choosing success is a mindset of self-belief. You have to believe that you are worthy of success and that you have what it takes to achieve your goals. This belief doesn't come from external validation, it comes from within. When you choose success, you are choosing to trust in your own abilities, even when things don't go as planned. You are choosing to keep believing in yourself, even when others doubt you or when circumstances seem unfavorable. Successful people also know the importance of surrounding themselves with the right people. They understand that who you associate with plays a significant role in your ability to achieve your goals. You become like the people you spend the most time with. So if you want to be successful, you need to be around other people who are successful, positive, and supportive. Choose to surround yourself with people who push you to be better, who inspire you, and who challenge you to grow. The people you choose to spend your time with can either elevate you or drag you down. One of the most powerful things about success is that it is available to everyone. Success doesn't discriminate based on age, gender, background, or circumstances. It's available to anyone who is willing to choose it and put in the work to achieve it. The only thing standing between you and success is the decision to pursue it. The choice is yours. So ask yourself, are you willing to choose success? Are you ready to take responsibility for your own future and make the daily choices that will lead you to the life you want? Success is not for the chosen few. It's for the few who choose it. And that includes you. The power is in your hands. The time to choose is now.